to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another new movie recommendation video from one of our new sets. New set behind me, a little bit more colorful, a little bit more room for the King because the King is a big guy. You know, as you guys know, if you've been following us, our podcast is going to be up and running, if not by this video, even earlier, with me, myself, and Mr. Movies. Anyways, go check that out. Check all the content. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Like you guys always know, during these videos, there'll be a non-spoiler and then a spoiler portion. So I don't ruin it for you guys. You guys can kind of tune in about almost to the halfway point. And then the last portion, I spoil the hell out of the movie and why I totally love the movie that I'm recommending to you guys, or where I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So anyways, blabbed long enough. So what movie am I I can't even speak. Recommending in this video? Disturbia, starring Shia LaBeouf, one of my favorite guys. I know he's got himself in a lot of trouble in there, but when he acts, he brings it. I don't care what anybody says. Go see him in the Peanut Butter Falcon, Honey Boy, and a whole bunch of his other stuff, and even the first Transformer one. So whatever, you know, I'm telling you, greatest game ever played. That's coming. So calm down, but check it out for yourself. So I'll give you some details, guys, on the film itself and why I think you guys will enjoy it. So, okay. Came out April 4th, 2007. So just before Transformers hit the big screen. It's directed by DJ Caruso. It's about an hour and 45 minutes. It's produced by Dreamworks, Spielberg, and Paramount Studios released it. Here's the cast. Shia LaBeouf, he plays Kale. There's David Morse, Mr. Turner. He's the next door neighbor who's in question of doing something bad. Carrie-Anne Moss, Matrix, come on, plays his mom. You have Sarah Roemer. She plays Ashley. She's the new girl who moves in next to him. You'll know exactly, the cute little blonde. There's Matt Craven. Aaron Yu, he plays his buddy Ronnie. Hilarious. Viola Davis is in this one, and she plays the detective that kind of trying to figure things out. Kevin Quinn, Elise Murto, Amanda Walsh, and Dominic Daniel. So that's your kind of immediate cast, guys. So the gist of this film, why you should check it out. If you guys like suspense, thriller type kind of movies, and if you like Shia LaBeouf and you're a fan like I am, you're going to enjoy this. This is like Shia LaBeouf's little bit more kind of like serious side that you see to him, because he's always funny and comedic in roles. He's still in this one, don't get me wrong, but he brings it. I'll tell you right now, I've seen a lot of these movies, but this one here really grabs your attention from the beginning to end. Something tragically happens to him at the beginning of the film, causes him to get into trouble, and he's kind of like under house arrest with an ankle bracelet. And I would say 3/4 of the movie takes place at the house that he has to stay in. And he's got nothing else better to do. He's a teenager. He's observing here, left, right, and center. His mind kind of plays tricks with him. There's the girl that moves in next door that kind of piques his interest. Those are the two little punk kids that are up to no good, who do shit to him, which you guys are going to literally see what I mean when I get into the spoiler portion of this. His mother doesn't know what to do with him. This is kind of like the last straw, because he's acting out because he's upset because of what happened to him earlier. She doesn't buy it. He's at home. There's a next door neighbor that kind of befriends his mother, which kind of is like a little bit on the creepy side. There's a whole bunch of murders going around in their area. So you kind of like, he's kind of wondering what the hell. And apparently there was an old Mustang that was seen at leaving from the scenes of these murder victims. And no spoiler, the next door neighbor has one. So he's kind of trying to figure out, whoa, I don't want this guy to get close to my mother. Maybe he's a killer and he's going to do something to my mom. So that's where everything starts to pick up. Him trying to figure things out with the help of his buddy, the new next door neighbor that he kind of befriends, that has a thing for, the little kids next door that drive him crazy. Him kind of setting up a perimeter on his house that he can't pass with the ankle bracelet. If not, one more bad thing, he's going to get tossed in jail. So this is kind of like his second chance. So not only does he have to deal with him not going to jail and staying out of trouble, he wants to figure out is the next door neighbor really a killer? What's going on? So there's certain things that go on throughout the film that kind of like bring him to that, and then maybe it's not him kind of thing. So it's kind of like a seesaw battle. And then the last 15 minutes of the film keeps you on your toes, guys. You don't know what the hell is happening. And then when stuff starts to get revealed bit by bit, you're left in awe. Like, it literally ends like, holy crap, you know? But every person in the film brings what they have to. And if you like suspense thrillers, you're going to like it. It's only like an hour and 45 minutes, more like an hour and 35 minutes to tell you the truth. It's a good film. You guys will highly enjoy it. So go check it out for yourself. And then come back in the comment sections. Let the king know if I made a good choice. I think I did. Because I don't just recommend movies that, you know, that I like or I'm a fan of a particular actor. Movies that people have forgotten, I want to bring to the forefront so you guys can check out and discover for yourselves. Just like you guys are supposed to let me know, check this out. And there's been a couple of fans that told me, check this movie on Netflix, Enola Holmes and all that crap. TV series as well. I'm going to try and revisit Netflix to watch a whole bunch of them. So let's see. Give me some time. There's too much to watch. I got so many shows to produce. It's not funny. Okay, enough blabbing. So check it out. Come back later and then watch the spoiler portion. Put the spoiler sign right in the top corner. Whatever the hell on the screen, put a spoiler. I want people to be aware I'm going to be ruining some of this film. So, okay. Beginning of the film, something tragic happens to Kale, Shia LaBeouf's character. He's on a fishing trip with his father, he's very close with. They go on a fishing trip, so they're coming on the way home, and this drunk-ass driver ends up killing his father in the car accident. So he witnesses that. The killer gets off the hook that hit him, something stupid like that. So he kind of gets pissed off, and he kind of like attacks the lawyer who said something to him at his court case or whatever. So he punches him, literally breaks his nose and shit. He's put on house arrest with an ankle bracelet. One more outburst, the judge says, he's going to throw the book at Shia's character and he's going to end up in jail. So he's under house arrest. So he's at home now. His mother doesn't know what to do. So she leaves him at home. He's a teenager. Teenagers get into shit. So he's on the internet with his buddy Ronnie, which is hilarious as hell. There's new people moving next to him. He sees this cute girl who moves in. So that's kind of like his new love interest. So he's kind of spying with her with the binoculars. That's why you see the binoculars on the cover. So he starts to observe shit that's going on around him. Like, because he has nothing else better to do. So he starts to, hey, this person goes here. This person's cheating on her husband. This person is doing that. So he's starting to notice a whole bunch of crap. So as he's doing it, he's keeping an eye on the news. And on the news, you see the whole bunch of murders that are going around with all these victims and shit that are getting killed of women. Neighbor comes by. The next door neighbor is a creepy guy, but he's a phenomenal actor who plays that role. Holy shit. Scares the shit out of you, legitly. Kind of be friends with his mother, wants to go on dates and stuff like that. So while this is going on, he has to worry about his mother moving on from his father's, which pisses him right off. He has to deal with, what's going on with all these killings. So he's trying to put the two together. And then he noticed that in the garage of the next door neighbor, there's this old Mustang, right? So on the news, he realized that they're saying that the killer's driving off on an old classic Mustang. So now he's starting to wonder what the hell is going on. So he kind of tries to do his own little investigating without leaving the house with the perimeters and ankle bracelets and shit to see, is his mother possibly going out with this killer? So they see certain things going on here and there. He gets the other two involved, the girl next door and whatever, to do some crazy shit to follow this guy and all this crap. And little by little, they unravel. Oh, yeah, it's this guy. They break in his house, but it's not. It's a plastic bag. And what's in the plastic bag, guys? Deer parts, deer meat. Like, they've seen a scene, there's like some blood in everywhere, and they've seen kind of like blood splatter everywhere from the window silhouette and shit like that. Covering up, trust me. This guy is the killer. Spoiler alert. But anyways, they slowly put everything together. Everything starts to unravel. The damage to the car, you name it. The people in the house, and then his mother's in danger at one point, and he has to go, and they're fighting, and the ankle bracelet goes. I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of crap that goes down in the last 15, 20 minutes of this film that you're glued to the set. Like, it's good. It starts off a little slow, and then it kind of picks up, and once it goes, it goes. Like, You got the fact you got the little kids lighting up a bag of shit on the front of his lawn, on his door, ring the doorbell, and he goes to put it out and he steps in the shit. Pisses him off. Then he's chasing after these kids on their bikes. Aren't you supposed to be out of their house arrest? And his thing beeps, and he has about literally 10 or 15 seconds before he goes off, before the cops show up. And he has to run back and now go after the kids, but he gets payback later on. Trust me, they're watching some porn sites on TV up there, and the mother doesn't know it. And he makes a phone call to the mother, and they get caught. Let's just say he gets to do justice out of it. But he kind of saves the day. That goes down. There's funny parts, serious parts, some suspense, some thriller action. There's a little bit of everything tied into this film. It was one of those movies that I didn't expect much from, because I didn't hear too much of Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't an Even Stevens fan. I never watched that show. Holes I watched later after the fact, once I seen the first Transformer film and some other of his great films. Overall, he's a good actor. He's one of those actors, just like Millie Bobby Brown, that they're on screen and you're mesmerized and you're fascinated by the actor on the screen. You know, there's some films that if it was someone else, it wouldn't work. This one, I think it's the same kind of deal. If it wasn't him in this thing, you'd probably be like, eh. But he adds that extra element and character to the film that you're drawn to watch it. And it's something that you can go check for yourself, guys. I think you totally will get it. Eagle Eye with him as well. Who knows if I'll do a movie recommendation for that. It's one of his other movies. Like, he was, a good thing. He just got sick of this blockbuster stuff and he gets himself into trouble. But when he brings it like he does, and the film and roles that he does, like Fury and all this crap with Brad Pitt, it's gold. Like, he's done so many films that you guys don't know about, but you kind of like wrote him off because of his, antics here and there off screen, if you want to say. But you go bananas too, trust me. And not everybody can handle fame well. Let's just say that. So, anyways, I'm not here to go and defend Shia, because he does do some dumb shit, but I'm a big fan of his. You guys should be too. Always judge what's on screen, not off, because everybody has their own little demons and shit. So, but I highly recommend this film if you're a Shia LaBeouf fan, if you're a suspense thriller films, if you're a fan of this genre. Check it out for yourselves. Come back in the comment sections. Let me know. Keep it spoiler free like always. So there you go, guys. That is my movie recommendation video for this week. Disturbia, starring Shia LaBeouf. So check it out. Check the content. Stay off the King's Throne. I'm out of here. I might want to watch this thing again, because you know what? There's a lot of funny scenes in this thing, and I know you guys will enjoy it. So until then, be the hell good.